So I've taken a long on euro dollar at almost 4:45 UK time. This is late in the London close session. Price has come down and taken out this sell side liquidity, which also happens to be above that 50% off that daily time for fair value gap, and I have entered quite aggressively at that level. So I've been waiting all day for that sell side liquidity to be taken out, and we've finally done it. It's the way prices approached that level. We accumulated during this today, pretty much all day, and right now we're kind of manipulating that accumulation that happened during the day, and it happened at a key level. We also have this channel right here with RSI diverging. This RSI is diverging. We've got the channel, 15-minute, similar story. And I am predicting price to find some kind of support at this fair value gap, 50%. And just before that high, we've had quite a few of these fake breakouts, right? Fake market structure shift. We had a market structure shift here, which failed to hold. And right now, I expect price to just find a support there. And I put a buy limit order. So it was a very aggressive entry. So this is how the trade played out. After I entered, which was a limit order at this daily time frame fair value gaps, 50%, price ranged and consolidated sideways for a bit. As the price exited or closed above, or was closing above this consolidation, to me, I exited around here, mainly because now I'm thinking this might be an accumulation and we are getting manipulation on the other side, because higher time frame order flow is obviously bearish going into the week, and it's only Tuesday, so I'm not really anticipating price to start, retracing quite deep. Although we came into quite a major location for me, right? This is the sell side liquidity at the low since this range right here. This range, this is the lowest sell side liquidity. We've had multiple sell side liquidities along the way where prices tried to find support, and this one also has a fair value gap below it, and I waited for price to come into that 50% because of the timing. So let's go over the reasons for entry one more time. So main reason, daily time frame, weekly time frame, got a strong sell side liquidity right there. Right below that, we have a daily time frame fair value gap, and we have the 50% off that fair value gap right below that. And I was waiting for price to get to that level. My prediction for this week was I was anticipating price to come to this sell side liquidity first, which it just blasted through, and next drawn liquidity was down here, which it already reached on a Tuesday. But it's only Tuesday, so it's only the second day of the week, and bearish order flow going into the week. I'm not really anticipating right price to find a reversal at this level, so that was in my head going into the trade. So from the start of the day, we had slowly been displacing lower. We didn't really get a pullback for an entry, which I was expecting during the day, and price just tanked. And as it came into that sell side liquidity fair value gap, we put in a channel right here. To me, that's a valid channel. We had RSI diverging from this point all the way down to that point, right? Although I know this is higher than this, from A to B, we have RSI diverging, and that to me is valid enough. That's one reason, right? Channel, one of my favorite setups at key levels, and the timing was more important, because had price came into that level, say London session, I'll be a bit more hesitant holding that trade for too long, although I didn't hold that trade for too long anyway. It came into it after price came down, took out these lows. So on the 1 hour time frame, this is the kind of pattern I normally like before price comes into the sell side liquidity. Just loads of consolidation right there, right? It's just an accumulation, price pushing up, down, and eventually wicks below, which is fair. You'd expect other people to be entering the trade at this candle or this candle, but I wanted to see a nice close, and once I saw that close, price came down. Well, I'd entered because to me the timing was good enough at London close, so after 3 p.m. UK time, price started to approach that level on the 5-minute. Another better thing was, as price approached, right, the sell side liquidity, we had a fake market structure shift. And then price continued lower, came down so close to that sell side liquidity, market structure shift failed, and then dropped down. And to me, after seeing that drop, right, after seeing this candle right here, price dropping down with a strong imbalance, was good enough signal to me to put a limit order there, and take that entry. And yeah, I sat through all of this, which I know normally I probably wouldn't, but given the location it was at and the overall higher time frame confluences, I was more than happy to enter and hold that trade. And also the fact that we are at 1.06 level, a key psychological level where price normally finds support, and that coming into that level with this channel after failing many times along the way on the lower time frames, it's just an indication that we're going to find support there. As this was playing, I had it in my mind that if I was going to get stopped out, then I would have re-entered somewhere around here, because this is another small accumulation happening before price goes up. So yeah, I already had in my mind that I was going to take a loss anyway on this trade, so that gave me even more confidence to continue holding that trade. I just wish I had the balls to hold it for longer, because I was like, my prediction was that it's going to come up to these highs or even clear out the rest of this fair value gap at least, which would have been a nice trade. But yeah, 1217, almost around like 7 pips, not a lot. Could have done better, but good location. CPI coming out tomorrow, which already was in the back of my mind, and the week bearish order flow in the week was already in the back of my mind, so I was quite hesitant in holding that trade. Could have moved my stop to break even and let the trade play out, right, like I did with dollar CAD today, which I'll post a video for that later on. But overall, good entry. Another entry, I could have waited, right, instead of just entering a limit order. I only wouldn't do that during any other time. This is because this is so late in the evening. I anticipated, or I predicted, price will find support there immediately. It comes down, puts in an order block right there, closes below, and that would have been a better entry at that low, anyway around here. And then price tries to push up. We get this little high wick candle out of nowhere, which was, again, after seeing that candle, it gave me more confidence that, okay, maybe we are seeing some bullish injection now. And then we just ranged, and when I saw this bearish engulfing candle, I thought, okay, it's done now, it's going to go down. And then I just let the trade play, and then I saw price closing up, and then I exited the trade because I'm a pussy. Yeah, good trade. I won ended up the day with like one hour essentially, so I'm more than happy with that. So let's go.